All right, hi third grade. So today we're going to be doing our first math lesson in our virtual classroom. So we just previously were talking about polygons and what that means. So today I'm going to refresh your memory on what exactly a polygon is. I'm going to give you a question that I think that you definitely can answer about polygons. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about the different types of polygons, so like triangles, quadrilaterals, whew, excuse me, pentagons, things like that. Okay, so I'm going to first remind you, and I have my handy dandy whiteboard here. So I'm going to hold this up to the camera just so you guys can see this a little bit better. So it says, what is a polygon? So a polygon has all straight sides, okay? That means that there are no curves. Just like right here, it says no curves. So like a circle would not be a polygon because it has curves and all the sides are not straight. So a circle is not going to be a polygon. Okay, the next thing that a polygon has, it's a closed shape. That means all the sides are touching. It's a closed shape. And there's no intersecting lines. So, intersecting lines, if I have one line and I have another line, the lines cross, they intersect. One line, another line, they intersect. Right here where my arms are hitting each other, that's where they're intersecting. So polygons do not intersect. They have no curves. They're a closed shape. And they have straight lines, so all their sides are straight. Okay, so now that we've reviewed that, and I'm going to show you it one more time, just so you can see that. What is a polygon? Now that we've reviewed that, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Okay, so my question is going to ask you to look at the polygons, or I'm sorry, to look at the shapes and tell me which one would be a polygon and which one is not. Okay, so which are polygons? Ooh, excuse me. Okay, I can get it a little bit closer. There we go. We'll go this way. Okay, so I have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Now, I'm going to hold this up so you guys can take a look at it. And I want you to think for a minute. Which one are polygons? Okay, so I have a hint. Out of all 6 of them, there are 2 that are actually polygons. Okay, so this time I'm going to hold this up and I want you to think about what we talked about. What are polygons, okay? And then I want you to pick the 2 that are polygons. So I'm going to hold this up nice and close so you can see it. I have a little hint. Is there only 2 polygons? Let's think about it. You think number 1's a polygon? 2, 3, 4. What about number 5 and number 6? Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause my video and I want you to think about which ones are going to be polygons. Okay, so I'm going to pause my video. I'm going to put this up and I'm going to give you some time to think about it, okay? I'm going to pause my video and I want you to take 30 seconds to think about which ones are polygons. If you have your answer already, I want you to think about why the other ones are not polygons and give me some reasons why. Explain why they are not polygons. You can explain it to yourself if nobody is around, explain it to a parent, talk it through. Why are they polygons? Why are they not polygons? Think about each shape. Okay, so that was about 30 seconds or so. So I'm going to remind you, all sides are straight. They're all closed shapes. Polygons all have closed shapes. There are no intersecting lines and there are no curves. So let's look at number 1. All right, move it over. All right, so number 1. This is a triangle. So all sides are straight. Absolutely, all sides of these are straight. This is closed. There's no openings. It's a closed shape. There are no intersecting lines and there are no curves. So number 1 is a polygon. So I'm going to circle that. Got my marker. Yep, number 1 is a polygon. We found our first polygon. All right. Number 2. Oops, there we go. Number 2, that's a circle. It's a little difficult to see. I won't use green next time. So number 2 is a circle. Circle is not a polygon because all the sides are not straight and it has a curve. And polygons have no curves. So number 2, my circle, isn't a polygon. I'm going to cross that out. All right, and let's look at number 3. So number 3, all the way on this side, number 3. Okay, so there's some straight lines. You see some straight lines right here and right here, but there's a curved line right there. So it's not going to be a polygon because that line is curved. So I'm going to X out that one. Perfect. All right, number 4. So number 4 is a little bit of a different shape. I typically don't think of this shape when I hear the word shape. So let's look. Okay, so let's think. Are all the sides straight? Yeah, they're all pretty straight. Is it a closed shape? Absolutely. There's no dots in there. Are there intersecting lines? No intersecting lines. They're looking pretty good so far. And are there curves? I don't see any curves. So this shape would also be a polygon. So I'm going to circle that one as well. Now, I know that there was 2 polygons, and we already found our 2. But let's keep going so we can explain why 5 and 6 aren't polygons. Okay, so number 5, very squiggly line. So even though all the sides are straight, has no intersecting lines, and has no curves, it's not a closed shape. It's not really even a shape. It's just kind of a line. So number 5 wouldn't be a polygon. I'm going to cross that out. And number 6. So number 6 has straight sides, has no curves, but kind of funky because it kind of, all the lines kind of come together at this one point. So they intersect. I'm going to circle exactly where they intersect so you can see that. They intersect right there. So this shape is not going to be a polygon because the lines are intersecting. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that one. So as of right now, we have our triangle. We said, yep, this is a polygon, and this shape down here, which is a polygon as well. All right, so at this time, I am going to pause my video so I can erase my whiteboard and I can write something else on there for the next part of our lesson, okay? All right, so now that we're back, I have put on my whiteboard different prefixes, different names of polygons, and examples of what they would look like. So let's take a closer look. So for here we have prefixes. Now again, in language arts, we talk about prefixes all the time. So those are a little chunk of the word, a little part of the word that comes at the beginning of the word, okay? So for example, triangle, okay? So for try means 3, okay? So repeat after me, try 3, okay? So triangle. So how many sides do you think a triangle has? I'll give you a hint. 3. So a triangle has 3 sides. So I have sorry about that. I have a couple different examples of what a triangle can look like. Okay, so this is a triangle, this is a triangle, and this is a triangle. Let me fix that a little bit. Good. It has 3 sides. Okay, so a quad is 4 sides. So can you guys say quadrilateral? You say quadrilateral. Perfect. So quadrilaterals are going to be shapes that have 4 sides. Now, these are shapes that you're probably really familiar with. So for instance, a square has 4 sides, a rectangle has 4 sides, and a diamond has 4 sides. So these are all going to be quadrilaterals. Okay? Then we have penta. So penta is 5. So a pentagon has 5 sides. Can you guys say pentagon, please? Pentagon, 5 sides. Perfect. So these are a couple different examples of what a pentagon would look like. So they all have 5 sides. 5 sides. Okay, let's keep going. We have hexa is 6 sides. So a hexagon has 6 sides. These are some examples of shapes that have 6 sides. Okay. The next is a heptagon, has 7 sides. Can you guys say heptagon? Heptagon, okay. So here are some examples of different heptagons. So these are shapes with 7 sides. Okay. Octa. So an octagon has 8 sides. These are some examples of an octagon. Can you say the word octagon? Okay, then we have nona, which is 9 sides, means 9 sides. So a nonagon has 9 sides. This is an example of a nonagon. Can you please say nonagon? And then the last one that we have for today is deca, which means 10, which is then a decagon, so a shape with 10 sides. This is my example of a decagon. Can you please say the word decagon? Okay, so in this lesson, we talked about what are different polygons, what that means to be a polygon. So we talked about that a polygon does not have any curves, okay? None of these shapes have curves, okay? If it looks like it has curves, it's because my lines aren't the straightest, but there are no curves. They all have straight sides. So no curves, straight sides. There are no intersecting lines. So remember, intersecting. None of my shapes here have intersecting lines. Okay, so no curves, no intersecting lines. They're all straight, and all of my shapes are closed. That means all of my lines, all of my sides are touching. Okay, I do not have any open shapes here. Okay. So we talked about what that meant, what polygon means, all of those things make up a polygon, and then here are a bunch of different examples and names for shapes. So if I have a shape that has 6 sides, let me hold this a little straighter. If I had a shape that had 6 sides, what would that shape be called? What name would it be called? I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'll give you some time to think about it. A shape that has 6 sides. If you think that a shape with 6 sides is going to be called a hexagon, you are absolutely correct. Okay? If a shape has 10 sides, what would that shape be called? And again, I'm going to give you some time to think about it. 10 sides. If this shape had 10 sides, it would be called a decagon, okay? Notice how after quadrilateral, they all end in gon. Pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. That's something I want to highlight for you. Okay, so that is just kind of a review of our lesson. Great job today. So for your assignment, this is also on the calendar as well, but I also just want to verbally explain it to you guys. So I don't know if you remember this. We did this in class a little while ago, so all of third grade should have done this. We took different shapes and we put them together to make a new shape. So for example, I'm going to erase my board, so I'm going to pause the video real quick. All right, so this is what your assignment is going to be. So I took a bunch of different shapes. So here I have a triangle that has 3 sides. This is going to be a quadrilateral, another quadrilateral, and another quadrilateral. And then in the middle, let's count my purple shape. Let's see how many sides there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be an octagon. So I took an octagon, a triangle, and quadrilaterals, and I put them all together to create a new shape. Now, if you can see, let me pull this in a little closer. I counted all of my sides, okay? So all of my sides are straight. There are no intersecting lines. So I have made a true polygon, okay? So if you can see, I counted up all of my sides. I have 10 sides, so I created a new shape. Can you tell me what this shape would be called? It has 10 sides. I'm going to give you a moment to think about it, see if you remember. Okay. If you think it is a decagon, you are absolutely correct. So I just made a new shape, and this is my decagon, but I used 3 different shapes. I used a triangle, quadrilateral, and an octagon to make a decagon. Okay, so for your assignment, if you have technology, you are going to go on Wixie and you're going to play around with different shapes to make a new shape. Now, if you do not have technology, that's totally fine. You're going to do what I did. You're going to use a piece of paper, if you have one, and a pen or pencil to put different shapes together and to create your own shapes. Now, I'm going to put you up to a challenge. If you can come up with 5 new shapes, then you're awesome. Okay, I want you to try your absolute best to come up with 5 shapes. Now, if you come up with 5 new shapes really, really quickly, I want you to come up with 6 shapes. See how many shapes that you can come up with, okay? I really, really, really want you guys to try to get 5 new shapes. Now, if you can only get 3 shapes, that's totally fine. Maybe take a break and come back to it. Maybe just think about it, play around with different shapes. Maybe you can cut out shapes and then you can kind of move them and rotate them if that helps too. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me or you can message your own teacher as well. All right, I will see you guys next week. Or for my class, I will see you guys on Wednesday during our Zoom conference. All right, bye.